Once upon a time, there were two kingdoms caught in a war. One kingdom was huge and powerful, while the other was small and weak. The small kingdom was sure it would lose because it had very few soldiers compared to the big kingdom. The big kingdom had an army about but the times larger than the small one. The leaders of the small kingdom didn't want to fight because they thought they would definitely lose. They believed it was foolish to battle against such a big army with so few soldiers. They thought it would be better to give up and accept whatever the big kingdom demanded. Even the king couldn't convince his leaders and soldiers to fight because he also knew they were at a disadvantage. But the king was brave and didn't want to give up without a fight. So, he decided to seek advice from a wise monk who lived in a village in his kingdom. This monk was well respected by everyone. The king explained his worries to the monk, and the monk had an unusual idea. The monk asked the king to let him lead the army. The king was surprised because the monk had no experience in war. The king expressed his doubts, but the monk asked for the king's trust. The king believed in the monk's wisdom and made him the commander of the army. The soldiers in the army were scared. They were going to follow a leader who didn't know how to fight. However, the monk was full of enthusiasm. The king also trusted the monk completely. So, the soldiers had no choice but to go to war with the monk. On their way to the battle, they passed by a small temple. The monk decided to stop there and ask for blessings from God. He wanted to know if they would win or lose the battle. He told his soldiers that if a coin he tossed fell one way, they would lose and go back. If it fell another way, they would win and fight with confidence. The soldiers, even though scared, gathered outside the temple. The monk prayed for a while and then tossed the coin. When it landed, it showed that victory was in their favor. The monk was overjoyed and told his soldiers that they were meant to win. He said that the coin was a sign from God. With renewed confidence, the soldiers marched into battle. They fought fiercely, believing in their victory. After a while, they started gaining the upper hand against the enemy. Eventually, they won the battle. As they returned, they passed by the same temple. The monk reminded them to thank God for their victory. However, he surprised them by showing the coin again. It turned out that the coin was rigged to always land on the winning side. The monk told them that their victory wasn't because of the coin or luck. It was because they believed in themselves. Their self-confidence and hope had led them to success. He taught them that positive thinking and self-belief can overcome challenges. In the end, the story teaches us that success doesn't only depend on skill but also on believing in ourselves. Having confidence and a positive attitude can help us achieve things that might seem impossible.